Let's do it. See how this looks. Day 22. I think that's good. All right, let's get at her. Shut my door. Pitta Pata, let's get at her. All right, day 22, here we come. Countdown is on. It's awful bright. Who's looking? Yeah, didn't really help. All right, let's get at it. I'm going to get 30 to 40 minute cardio in today. Day 22. I'm going to tell you all about my workout yesterday. So I went into the gym, wanted to do one type of workout or a bunch of exercise, but that got changed. It was so busy. Okay, get my clock going. Get on, let's go. 40-minute cardio yesterday in the afternoon, combined with 40 cardio in the morning. Let's go. Reset. Go. All right. We'll do our blocks of fives like we usually do. Cardio. Increase the tension slightly each block. Feel pretty good today. Even though I stayed up late last night to watch the hockey game, Toronto and Tampa Bay went into overtime. Toronto lost. Oh, it's devastating. I went to bed. I think 10 minutes left in the third, but I had the game on my phone and I was listening. Well, I was kind of falling asleep. I haven't watched the replay yet, but I think that Austin Matthews tripped or something, and Tampa Bay picked up the puck or whatever and scored. So, yeah. I had to watch the replay on that. As soon as they scored, as soon as I heard Tampa Bay scored, I just closed the phone off and went to sleep. That was like at 12:30 at night, I think. No, it was not 12 at night. It was pretty late for me. For day 22, with the 30-day fitness challenge, we're rocking it. Drop the line, say good morning. Start your morning with some exercises, stretch, go for a walk, just have a coffee and chit chat. That's cool too. 3 minutes in the first block. 37 minutes to go. We'll go block by block. I'll do the warm-up block like this, alternating in both directions. Then I'll go into my circuit. So I'll go left, right, alternating tandem. We'll do that circuit this morning. Started a bit early. I think my schedule time was like 7:10. Then over that time, I got the kids out the door from school, and I have time to any glitches come in with the internet. I'm trying to recover and get back on time for my schedule time. I started earlier today, so get a head start. Hey, good morning, loves. How are you doing today? How's your supper? Or did you eat yet? Or did you eat your supper yet? Fried fish and chicken? Oh, switch it. I was up late last night watching a hockey game. But I still had a pretty good sleep. As I fell asleep, I didn't get to sleep till about, I don't know, quarter after 12, 12:30. Up at 6:30. I'll be all right. Did you go to the gym yesterday? Oh. I went and did a body pump workout yesterday. I went to the gym with the intentions of doing a chest workout, but it was just so dang busy. I went to do a body pump class instead. Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good feed. That's a good feed. I did a body pump class, like an hour, 55 minutes, 15 an hour, I guess, for me. Where you do a full upper body workout. You do your chest, back, bicep, tricep, shoulders. I have a video of, like, on my channel. I think I did a couple weeks ago. That body pump. So I did that yesterday at the gym, and then I went back out to the gym, just the cardio. So I did a lot of cardio yesterday, which I don't have any problem with. I tell you, it's pretty boring on that machine at the gym. First of all, it's clunky. It makes a real clunky noise like that when you're cranking away. They don't know how to fix it. I've asked for years. I mean, literally, years. I probably asked. It was well before COVID hit, over 2 years ago, and I've asked before that for them to fix that machine. It was really loud and clunky. Oh well, most people have their earbuds anyway, right? So Okay, 2 more minutes in this direction, then we're gonna flip it around and go to left, left, or left, right, alternating, all that good stuff. Geez, one thing with doing these 2 workouts today is that my laundry has increased big time. I have a huge amount of laundry I gotta do. Think that would make a good video? The laundry video. Just over a minute left in this block, and we'll flip it around. We'll start the circuit. It was up to 20, let's go up to 27 degrees here today. And then tomorrow, let's go up to 30 degrees Celsius. So it's getting hot. I got a pretty good tan on the go already. I just sat outside like 10 minutes yesterday. And I got a pretty good tan. Although I did have a burn on Sunday. That's with me. I'll burn first. The first hot day of the summer or the season, I'll usually burn. And then after that, that sets a good base, and then I tan after that. David, flip around. Hands asleep. Shake that hand out. Woo. There's blood going in there. There we go. Hate those tinglies you get in your hands, your feet. Gonna stop my clock. Gonna grab a quick drink. I'm awful dry from yesterday. I did an hour and 20 minutes cardio yesterday. Okay, increase the tension a little bit. And we'll just pick it up here for a little switch. I'll switch it now. It's day 22. I can't believe I'm on day 22. Doing this. This is awesome. Like, I mean, first I didn't think it's ever going to get through it. So, 1 more week left. Switch. Have you gone surfing like Lee loves? Okay, switch it over to the right. Oh boy, it's getting hot in this room already. Just that sun is beaming through. Big Pocket Watch, how's it going? I'm going to increase the tension and alternate. Whoa, that just kicked down to really low gear. It's not available. Okay. You can body surf. I've never surfed in my life. I always wanted to. I don't know why I never tried, because I'm not that far from the ocean. We're like an hour away from the ocean. And we have some beaches, I mean. But the water's, here in the Atlantic Ocean, the water's cold. I like going down to Florida on the Gulf side. Gulf of Mexico, that side of the state where The water is warm. Oh, yeah. Sweet. I was looking at my gardens yesterday. I gotta get those going this weekend, get them all dug out. I got raised garden beds. I only have two. I don't have that many. I'm thinking about getting a couple more garden beds. They're raised. They're up about 3 feet. Perfect height for, me being in the wheelchair. So I'm going to get all that dug up and turn the soil. And we'll get some plants and seeds. Oh, I forgot to change. Back to the left. Or actually, I'll keep doing this until I turn to 14 minutes. And then I'll switch to my left. Okay, go left. Yeah, I was outside. We're getting some really hot weather here. Really nice weather this week. Starting on Tuesday, it was like 25. It's been 25 going up to 27 today. And then the 30s over the weekend. Now we're talking Celsius. So that's probably up it's 30 here. That's high 70s Fahrenheit. Ooh. Over to the right. We're about 15 minutes in, day 22. Wicking pots. Oh, yeah. Wicking pots. I'm not sure what those are. I'll have to look those up. I'm not sure what those are. I have to look those up. I'm not a huge gardener, right? So I just, actually, I just mostly the water over the past few years because we had a garden, like your in-ground garden, and my kids and wife, and my dad would come over and they would do all the work, all the prep work and planting. I just watered it. And I wasn't getting on my hands and knees in the dirt or wheeling in there. I'm going to look into that. That's a good tip. Because it is a pain. Not a pain, but I mean, like if you go away for a weekend, you don't have to worry about your plants, right? Worry about your garden drying up. Is it where you put a tarp over top of it during the night so it traps all the condensation and waters in that way? I'll look it up. Okay. I'm really not following my cycle today. I'm like, yeah, that's nice. It's good to hear. Yeah, I tell you, it's much easier. To have those raised beds. You don't want to go out and just pick, when the beans come in or the cherry tomatoes come in, and you just go along and you just pick off out of the garden. Oh, yeah. I think that might work in our climate because it gets quite humid. And in the evenings, it gets really dewy. A lot of dew, so that might work. But we also have to be careful, too, this time of year because Well, nothing's growing, but we can still get frost. This is just a freak here where we're getting this hot weather this week. I mean, we usually get okay weather like in the mid-teens, 10, 12, 13 degrees, but nothing. It's rare we get this hot this soon. It's just the way the times are changing. I mean, we're getting new, different species of plants growing here because of the weather. We're getting, there's so many, there's billions of species of insects out there, but the biggest thing that came into effect probably the last 10 years because of climate change are ticks. We never had ticks here before. And now it's just where you can't go in the woods. You can't go in the forest without wearing long sleeves or pants, covered up. And if you do go in with, short sleeves or shorts, you got to check yourself to make sure you don't have any ticks on you. So, that's all due to climate change. And there's a type of plant, a weed, that came, oh gosh, they commonly grow in ditches and open fields. I can't remember the name of them now. They grow up probably maybe 4 or 5 feet, 5 feet tall, with white flower on them, and they're poisonous. So if you go and touch them, like the white flower part, if you start touching the flower, you'll break out into a rash and it'll be really itchy. So yeah, definitely climate, yeah. I mean, my kids used to play in the woods all the time when they're younger, and then, like I said, they have tick warnings now. So it's unfortunate. Can't switch it around. You had a tick, especially on our dogs, right? It's tough. You always have to check your dogs. So I remember in Ontario, when I was living in Ontario back in 98, before my accident, the same year, I was living in Ontario, and I remember sitting on my brother's deck, and he had a dog. The dog was running out in the yard and in the bush, and then my sister-in-law was like, "Okay, Stace, check the dog for ticks." I was like, "What the heck's a tick?" I was like, "What do you mean check the dog for ticks?" And they told me in Ontario they had ticks, right? I was like, "What? What's a tick?" So anyways, yeah. So yeah, they check the dog for ticks every time it goes out. I was like, holy smokes. And they were telling me about the Lyme disease and all this stuff. So I was like, what? I said, I'm glad we don't have those in New Brunswick. Yeah. 20 years later, less than 20 years later, we got them. Okay, still left. 21 minutes in. Actually, approaching 22 minutes in. Thanks, guys, for sticking around and keeping me company. I love the conversation because it makes time go by faster. Push it up to the right. How many dogs do you have, Pocket Watch? We had 2. We just recently put down Zipper. He was a yellow lab. He's often in my videos, my shot videos at home. He liked the camera. And we had to put him down about a month and a half ago because he was an old boy. He was 13 years old. And his just back legs just been on him. It's just sad because he was eating well. He still wanted to go play. He wanted to go see. When he had to go pee, he wanted out. He couldn't walk to get out. So it got to the point for his last probably 3 days with us. We'd bring his food over to him so he could eat, and his water so he could drink. And when he had to get up, like first thing in the morning, kids would put a towel under his hips, kind of lift him up, make a sling for him. Yeah, thank you. And then make a sling for him to help walk out. He'd use his front leg paws to walk, and we just kind of hold his back end up. He's a big dog too. He's like 85 pounds. So we put him out and let him do his business and bring him back in. And he just couldn't move like himself independently. There's no lifestyle for poor old Zipper. He was in the right state of mind and everything. That was the sad part. But we had to put him down. And, he's still a puppy at heart, right? And just wasn't physically able to do what he wanted to do. And you can tell he was stressing out a bit too because of that. But yeah, he had a good life. So he moved around from one home to ours. We adopted him about 8 years ago. And he's actually my brother's dog. And my brother's situation where he had to move. He couldn't take poor old Zipper, so we took Zipper. And then, kids loved him. He's part of the family. He's always part of the family because we knew him since he was a puppy, right? He knew us. So it was an easy transition. And now we have Maggie. She's not here with me today. I think Maggie's a little lonely. Yeah, I know. It's tough. There's a tablet, isn't there, for dogs who take to kill the ticks. I forgot about that. Yeah, it is tough, especially his appetite as well, and he was still urinating and going to the bathroom like outside. He wasn't doing it in the house wherever he was laying. He would let us know he wanted to go out. He'd lay there, he'd get his paws going, his front paws, or he'd bark. So. Whew. Thanks, guys, for sticking around. Really appreciate it. So we're kind of thinking of another dog, but I don't know if we're going to go puppy route or adoption again. We never had a puppy. My kids have never had a puppy, and they kind of want one. Well, actually, they really want one. I know that kind of does and kind of doesn't because I know that works from home full time. And I'm just going to I know it's a lot of work, right? These puppies. And I'll be the one basically looking after it 24/7. Which I don't mind, but it just working from home, right? I'd be a little distracted for a while. My sister's dog is. Oh yeah, right on. Excuse me. So your sister's dog. What's your dog's name? Yeah, but Maggie definitely needs a friend. Woo! It's hot here, guys. Approaching 28 minutes cardio here. I decided to focus more on strengthening this morning. I did a lot of cardio yesterday because my morning cardio challenge I did at the gym. I did body pump. That's a mixture of cardio and weights. Body pump is lightweight, medium weight, high reps, quick transitions between exercises, very little break time, and just crank it out, pump it out. Oh, Betty, that's cute. Okay. Let's go. Yeah, Maggie was a rescue dog too. She's a good pup. We're not quite sure how old she is. We're thinking 8 or 9. They gave us a range. We picked her up 3 years ago. But I'm thinking now she's on the higher end. They gave us a range of 4 to 7 years old. For just this last probably 6 months, I can really notice her change. Like a year ago, she's not as peppy, like jumping and other sorts. She just doesn't change. She likes to sleep a lot more. So I'm thinking she's on the higher side of her age, maybe even more than that. Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. We don't really know Maggie's story. She was, my wife heard on the radio, driving the kids to school or on the way back, one or the other. They have Wednesday, they have like an ad on the radio every Wednesday where they, the pounds around here kind of like advertise a dog, saying it needs a home, or an animal or a cat that they love for adoption Wednesdays or something like that. Anyways, my wife heard it. She turned right around and didn't get home. She turned right around and went to the SPCA to take a look at Maggie and meet Maggie, and she fell right in love with Maggie. Then she wanted me to go take a look at Maggie, so our name was on the list underneath another couple. So another couple had already went in to look. And ultimately, it's the SPCA who decides who they want the dog, the pet to go to, who they find to be the more suitable family. So anyways, I went and see the pup that day, and I was kind of like, I don't know if I want 2 dogs, but it's just on the fence, right? I'm always thinking of, work first. It was nice to have 1 dog. So anyways, I went to take a look at her, and she was really, really high anxiety because being in a kennel, dogs don't. That's not their surrounding. They don't like that area. All the dogs were barking and yipping, and she had high anxiety. She wasn't really focused on meeting me. She was kind of scattered all over the place. I was like, yeah, she's cute. She's a good looking dog. And I was like, yeah. She's kind of like, yeah. Anyways, we came home, and anyways, the family won that battle. We got her. So that's cool though. And I wasn't against it either. I was like, okay, sure, I guess that's what they want. I'm just kind of easy going that way. And I'll probably cave in for a puppy too, I'd imagine. Maybe when the kids get off school, they can take care of it while I'm at work. 31 minutes in. Oh, we got some here. I made a bench for my sister. Oh, yeah, I used to have one of those too. It's just a little metal tabletop one. Had 4 little rubber feet on it. I sat at the table. And I used that for my legs early on and my arms. I found it really difficult with my legs because my spasticity would kick in and I didn't have it fastened down anywhere. I'd do it in front of the TV when I worked out my legs. And my spasticity would kick in, so the whole thing would shift, my foot would fly off the pedal. And I just said, oh, screw that. I was just like, no, I can't do that. So I mostly used it for arms. And then I lent it to my dad for a couple of years so he'd get some exercise, and he had some good benefit from it. But eventually I just gave it away. I donated it to the Stan Cassidy rehabilitation. That's where we're spinal cord and head injury patients go for rehab. So I donated to them because I was going to the gym a lot. I was using the leg bike in the gym, so I didn't need to have that one around. So somebody there, I'm not sure if that was useful. Okay, I think this office is getting hot in here. 33 minutes in, it is 7:40 a.m. And I'm a really sad guy today because Toronto Maple Leafs lost. So, hockey. I really thought they were going to win it last night. Well, we got a game 7 on Saturday, and I'm not going to watch it. Actually, I can't say that. Well, I don't know where we'll be. I might be at the lake, so I might not be able to watch it. We don't have internet at the lake or TV. I mean, you don't really need it up there. You got the lake. It's beautiful up there. Yeah, I usually donate stuff if I don't need it. Like, if I have something like that leg bike, I'll donate it to the Stan Cassidy. I've given a few wheelchairs to Easter Seals program here in town. They'll take them and refinish them, refurbish them, and give them to people that need them. But then now they only take chairs. They don't take chairs any older than 5 years. So really, my brand new chair here, another 4 years, I'll have the ability to get a new chair and to give this one here to the Easter Seals. But I'm going to keep this chair because I always keep my chairs in great shape. Well, I can't say great. Good to great. Like this chair is a year old, pretty close to a year old, a couple months, and it still looks brand new. And mind you, my very, very first chair that I had 23 years ago, that's in pieces in my shed. I attempted to restore that one last year, but I just need so many parts. And I think it's all obsolete. I really didn't go too far into it. But I'd like to get them fixed up and, like I said, give them to somebody. There's what's up in this right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5 wheelchairs. Like they're old though, man. Really old. And the thing is that my first wheelchair that I got was old and it's heavy. So I wouldn't want anybody new. Actually, I wouldn't give it to anybody because of how heavy it is. It's, steel frame. Didn't have carbon fiber back then or the aluminum. Well, actually, I'm sure they probably had the aluminum. I just wasn't given the option. Really, I just seen this chair and loved it. It was awesome. Looked awesome, but being new in a wheelchair, my knowledge of what kind of chair I should be getting, my old team is great. They set me up perfectly in that chair. The thing that we didn't consider was the weight of that chair. My first chair was probably maybe 30 pounds. So at that time, it was pretty heavy. Push around. My sister has a good chair. Holy smokes, yeah. Yeah, I looked at that stuff online, the assistant, and that's something I'd like to look into, like, especially like if we go traveling again, that would come in so handy, like in amusement parks. If you go downtown anywhere, even here in my own city, I want to go for a stroll downtown. It'd be pretty cool just to have that. I take a lot of wear and tear off the shoulders, right? Woo! Approaching 38 minutes, gang. Hey, I appreciate y'all chatting with me. This time flew by. Beats at the gym. At the gym, I'm on this machine, and I don't talk to anybody because most people have their earbuds in, and they're going to and from their workout. So that's what they're there for, right? Not to socialize. But so I just basically people watch. There's a small TV up in the corner. Well, it's not a small TV, but it's far on the other side of the gym. It looks small to me. I just kind of watch what's going on there. Yeah, that'd be one thing. Up hills. Yeah, I mean, when we get those excruciating hot days, like when we travel to Florida, we'd have those days that were so hot that you couldn't move. And when we were in amusement parks, there'd be times I'd be like, okay, kids, you're pushing me up this hill. They said, you're pushing me up this ramp to get to the ride. And I'd be like, that'd be so beat. It's not heat. Mix that exercise, pushing all day. Plus, I'm like the camel, I carry the backpack. So I said, all right, if I'm carrying the backpack into the water, you guys are pushing me. Camel, little donkey, whatever. Oh, it definitely does. And I really learned that over the last couple of years. That battle with shoulder injuries. Like I said, probably 3 or 4 years ago. On this one, my super spinatus, I think it was spinatus. I strained that, and it took a good year and a half before, got back to full strength. And knock on wood, it's good. And then this shoulder here, earlier in the winter, I had a mild sprain. And like I said, that was February, March, April, May, June, for 3.5 months, about 3 months ago. And I have to stretch it out every morning. But like back to regular activity, yeah, I've been back to regular activity for a while. But still, I gotta take care of both shoulders, so I do a lot of stretching my shoulders before I do any physical activity. So yeah, definitely gotta take care of shoulders. That's 40 minutes like that, just gone. And I need some water. That's day 22 in the books. So tonight, I'll probably go to the gym right after work, or I might go for a bike ride. Depending on how hot it is out there, I might go for a bike ride. If it's too hot, I won't go for a bike. I'll go to the gym and just do some weights. That is pretty cool. Yeah, I definitely would. Feel free to drop her link. Or you can comment. I answer all my comments for the videos I post. It might take me a day or a day or two to get to them. But yeah, drop the link, drop her channel. I'd love to see that. My kids would love to watch that too. It's pretty cool. One of my kids is always on the animal rescue alert. In April we had a lot of rain, and so all the earthworms would come up in the driveway and out of the lawn and onto the driveway where it's nice and warm, the pavement. And he would go out the next day and rescue them because if the sun comes out, the worms aren't fast enough to crawl off the asphalt, and the asphalt will heat up, and then the worms will end up being fried, right? So he goes out there and he rescues all the worms off the asphalt so they don't end up being fried by the sun. So he started a little worm farm, and the ones that were really, really weak, and almost at the end of their life, he'd take these worms, bring them in the house, put them in a pot, and bring them back, nourish them back, and then release these earthworms. So yeah, it's pretty cool. We do that for everything. He does that for everything, any animal. But our biggest animal rescue was 2 summers ago. I was biking and I seen a dog. It was it looked like a mixed German Shepherd, mixed lab or something. It's off in the woods, like a little road, and then some pine trees and a big field behind, and it was underneath pine trees in the shade. It was a really hot day. I just caught it out of the corner of my eye when I was biking along the Wasis Road, and I was like, "Oh!" So I backed up, and it was exhausted. This dog, and you could tell it was really weak. And I tried calling it over, and it wouldn't come over. And it was panting really hard. So I biked down the road a little bit as far as I could, just see if I could see if it was hurt or injured, and see if it had any tags. And it didn't have anything, and it wasn't injured. But it got up. When I got a little closer, it got up and watched and stared at me. I knew it wasn't an attack because it was so, you could tell that dog had absolutely no energy left. It was out. You could tell it was out. It's been missing for a while. So anyway, it walked off into the field. I was like, oh darn, I'm never gonna get that dog. So I biked home as quick as I could, got my son, jumped in the van, and we came around looking for the dog. And we seen it again. It went through the field into another road, and then it's a cut. And so my son went out a little bit, but I didn't want my son to go get the dog because he didn't know, the condition of the dog, if it would attack or what. So we tried coaxing the dog in. It wouldn't come. So my son went a little bit into the bush, and it walked further back in the woods. So I said, okay, come back. I'm not going to send you in the woods chasing the dog because you really don't know the mental state of the dog, right? So we got back in the van, came back home, and I put an ad on Facebook. One of my friends seen the ad on Facebook, put it on this group for missing dogs, missing animals. And then within like 10 minutes, I had a hit. Somebody's looking for the dog. And I said, well, describe the dog. And they described it. I was like, okay, that's the dog. And so I tried to tell the owner, and actually it wasn't the owner, it was a kid that was dog sitting for the weekend for a friend, and they had two dogs, and both those dogs got loose. And he got one dog back, but this dog here was probably about, from where the owner was supposed to be babysitting, it was about 10K away from the house. So that dog traveled all night, and so it would have been that would have been a Saturday afternoon, late afternoon, that I seen the dog. So that dog was missing for quite a while. No water, no food, in an extreme heat. So the dog sitter came and had these little dog treats, and he went in, showed the dog treat, this particular dog treat, pepperettes. Of all things, the dog came right out into the dog sitter's house, or dog sitter's car. Off he went. So that was the biggest animal rescue right there. And the dog made it back to to its home, safe and sound. It's been fascinating watching how this broad. Oh yeah, like I said, drop the link. It'd be very fascinating to watch. Yeah, it's awesome. I gotta check the time. We're looking at 7:52 a.m. I'm gonna let this run a little bit longer, and thanks a lot, Pocket Watch, for keeping me company and cheering me on. And the conversation, it was great. And make time go by faster. Got day 22 in tomorrow. Saturday, it'll probably be mid-morning, the time I do my cardio. And then Sunday, it'll be a Sunday night cardio because I'll be away. Possibly, I'll just be in and out all the week. The weekend is when I get all my stuff done around the house. I'll be in and out. And I'll just try to get it in when I can. And it's great to meet you, Pocket Watch. I love to chat. And check out the channels. And have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you again. All right, I'm gonna let this roll a little bit, and then I'll come back and shut it down. Keep rolling. Thanks. Hey, you guys are still kicking it out. Awesome. I just went and changed. Made some eggs. I got some food, and I just made a coffee. So what we got here? Yeah, Love's got awesome content. She's funny. Like you get on one of her lives, yeah, she'll crack you up. 8 dogs. Wow. Oh gosh, they have a lot of energy. Golden retrievers and black labs, especially the retrievers. Hey, they have tons of energy. Tons of energy. Okay, I'm right back. I'll keep this going. I'll keep this going. Okay, I got about 3 minutes left, and I got to log off live and get to work. So, Loves, when is your next karaoke? What are you going to be singing next? Oh, I got egg on my earphone, on my headphones. I've been practicing. I've been practicing that song. I'll probably need to practice, but it won't. I'm not a singer, so it doesn't matter how much I practice. Only me. I tell you, if you just want me to sing, I want a contract. You gotta send me the contract, and I'll sing for you. Come on, even a duet. We could do a duet. Ooh, this coffee is strong. Very strong. Coffee doesn't really do anything to me. It's just more of a morning comfort thing. So I've been doing it first thing in the morning for years, right? And I don't even get a caffeine kick or anything like that. So I could, yeah, contract. Yeah. So it's not even like caffeine has no effect on me except it makes me go to the bathroom a lot. Pee. Maybe a little too much information for you, but okay, gang, I gotta sign off because I start work. Oh yeah. Oh, oh, rain. But anyways, I loved you guys sticking around. Appreciate it so much. And I'm gonna be back on tomorrow, probably mid morning. I'm not saying mid morning, maybe 9. It just depends. I'm gonna wake up when I'm done sleeping. Put it that way. So, and I'm generally an early riser anyway. So we'll see where we go tomorrow. And I know Sunday, it'll be Sunday evening. I'll be on to do my day. So tomorrow's day 23. It'll be day 24 on Sunday, and one more week left. It's awesome to meet you, Pocket Watch. And Loves, thanks for being here as always. Appreciate the support from all of you. And I got to sign off and get to work, my day job. And peace out. Keep rolling. Till next time.